Martial arts had a sort of a golden age in the 70s and 80s, with Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Chuck Norris, to name a few. The skill, the superhuman endurance, and grace enthralled audiences everywhere, including myself. You didn't need a gun, just your bare hands, feet, and sometimes a sword. It fueled fantasies. Who didn't daydream about beating the shit out of their bully growing up? Martial arts movies could get gimmicky. And I'm not talking about that ninja phase in the 80s. Kurt McKinney trained under the ghost of Bruce Lee in No Retreat, No Surrender. Taimak brought Kung Fu to Motown in The Last Dragon. And Daniel LaRusso turned household chores into karate in The Karate Kid. Director Robert Clouse combined gymnastics with martial arts. This is Gymkata. Whoa, thrilling opening, isn't it? This is Gymkata, well, before it's mixed with fighting, so it's just kind of gymnastics at this point. Okay, we're going to be cutting between this and something more exciting. This is Cabot. He appears to be running for his life. I'm hoping from apes on horseback. Stop that man! I'm not wearing my hunting towel for nothing! Don't fall! This ninja hasn't eaten in weeks! Is this guy just waiting for a hug? Did he catch a fish that big? Is he an airplane? What's his deal? Now cross the bridge that someone forgot to build, which leads right to the terry cloth warrior himself. This is our big bad Zamir, played by Richard Norton. He's so soft and absorbent. Oh, did he just shoot him in the crotch? That's a low blow, man. I mean, literally. Cutting between this and the applause is kinda hilarious. Also, way to stop the action dead. Dead as this guy. He's dead, right? Who needs build-up or establishing character? Let's just get it on. This is gymnast Jonathan Cabot, this guy's son. How do we know that? They tell us.
I remember all the hours Dad and I spent out there.
Jonathan is being recruited by the SIA. Not the CIA, the SIA. You don't want the CIA copyright striking your entire agency. Meanwhile, the SIA is parked outside my house. I know you're there!
Any questions?
Who are you and what am I training for again?
You recognize him.
Is that Rip Taylor? The SIA is interested in this guy's country for strategic reasons. They want to put in a satellite monitoring station in Parma Stan. That doesn't sound made up at all. Parma Stan is a tiny nation which is located in the Hindu Kush mountain range, and I'm not at all surprised Kush is involved in this movie. But why hire a gymnast when John Rambo is still in pretty good shape at this time? Because they need an athlete. Not like these guys are athletic or anything. Eat a salad. Parmesan hosts the game. Think The Amazing Race, Running Man, and American Ninja Warrior mixed together, but nowhere near as cool. The winner gets to live, and they get a wish. Aw, a wish. The SIA wants to use that wish to allow the US to build their base in their country. That seems lame. He does the work and the government gets to use the wish? Democracy. That's a joke. Don't at me.
You know your father was hampered by a lack of knowledge about the game.
John's father lacked knowledge. That's how they said it. So he failed his mission and is still missing, presumed dead. He looks real broken up about it, doesn't he? But they need help from the inside. Meet Princess Rubali, played by Tetchie Agbayani. A native of Parmesan, she'll help prepare our hero right after her bullfighting lesson. Whoa, 50 Shades of Gymkata. The safe word is oof! You know what this movie needs? A montage.
Gosh! Come on, come on! Almost! Come on!
I smell the next YouTube challenge. The Bird Box Self-Circumcision. Splooshkata. Hey, the montage is over. What do you want to do now? Okay, where did this come from? Will you stop devouring his soul for like 2 seconds? Now focus. There's some important information.
Jonathan, what town are you going to?
Cabot, on the Caspian Sea.
I told you. Not to be confused with Carabel, Tennessee. I watch way too much Cinema Sins. Our heroes meet their contact where they export coke for Charlie Sheen. Blend in, blend in.
You are American. Yeah.
You're not listening.
Well, there's just a little anti-American sentiment running around, but I think...
You think? This is why I don't travel. Between hostels, human centipedes, and gymkatas, the world is scary. Get ready for the most amazing martial arts fight in cinematic history. It's gonna start any second now, I can feel it. Oh, that was it? Of course, this was all a distraction to kidnap the princess. And this only proves to be a minor inconvenience since everyone seems to know where she is being held. John goes to check it out, bravely storming in. Nope, no, abort, 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 abort. He needs something gymnastics related and fast. What are the odds? Okay guys, just like how we rehearsed it. Gymkata! Gymkata! This is happening. Gymkata! Sorry, foreign guy from a made-up country. I hope there's more of those bars in there. He needs one of those ribbons on a stick. More kung fu magic? Suck it, Bruce Lee. Gymkata! Sorry, your princess is in another castle. Oh no, wait, she's right there. Take that, kid on the 3rd floor.
After these messages.
We'll be right back.
On to the mission, so let's kick this plot into high gear. Time is of the essence. Pack mules? Really? I thought you guys were in a hurry. Maybe you'd get more done if you weren't sitting on your ass all day. High five! Are you on the edge of your seat? I know I am. There's a cat back here.
Those your people?
What do you mean, your people? Get ready to die. Whoops, slipped. Okay, where were we? According to this movie, just holding your fist like this results in a ninja hitting it with his fist. Just holding your fist like this. That is so cool. But he's no match for a stick. Johnny wakes up to every Tinder nightmare. Why does she remind me of Darren McGavin? Zamir is back, and he's here to greet our hero and be menacing while trying not to act.
He has sent me here to welcome you to our country. If there is anything I can do for you, please ask.
There is one thing.
Can I get more pillows?
Thanks.
It's true. A mouth is, in fact, a mouth. This is the king, played by Buck Cartalian, and not Rip Taylor as I originally thought. He explains the game to our contestants. They are Walking Corpse, As Good as Dead, Gonna Perish, Our Star, Dead Meat, and Not Gonna Make It. When do we get our roses?
I must go play king for my people.
I need to shower some people with confetti. To give them an idea of what's in store, they allow some criminals to compete for a chance at freedom. Are we sure this isn't The Bachelor? Don't fall behind or this will happen to you. It's like high school PE all over again. First one to the top without an erection wins! I guess having nothing to lose is the best motivator. Look at this guy go! He's a beast! I'm rooting for this guy now. What are the rules again? Usually movies cut away before the hit. Now I know why. This looks silly. And that sound effect doesn't help. At least cover it up with a Wile E. Coyote dust cloud. Banquet time. Throw the confetti! I'm not Rip Taylor!
Your Excellency. My father, Colonel Cabot.
But he was not victorious.
Way to bring down the mood. Now I can't finish my rack of lamb. Oh, and these two are supposed to get married. Don't they look happy together? Come on, hold his hand or CNN won't let it go. Don't feel bad. You don't have to leave empty-handed. This is Thorg, played by Bob Schlott. He's another competitor who's kind of a big deal. That's Zamir. He had a couple of wine coolers in him and he's showing off for the crowd. The princess tries to warn John not to compete.
Will be so deadly and so violent that no one will survive.
But he's cocky and stuff.
I'll win.
I'll get the number of that gymnast.
Are you ready for the game?
Yay! Yay! The race begins, and already it's off to a great start. Woo, 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 woo. Zamir plots to take over the government, and he starts early. He's out to kill the contestants, especially the one that shagged his girl. Alright, Donkey Kong Jr. prepared me for this! But the contestants are starting to fall. The worst fate of all, the off-screen kill. Doesn't this guy look like he's just done with all this? I hate this job. That's it, I'm going for my GED. John's turn, but Zamir wastes valuable time taunting him. Oh no, he fell like a foot. What am I doing with my life? These two get into it, and Thorg is a dirty, dirty cheater. Cut that out, you two! God, I suck at this. Oh no, Slender Man got him! Bet you can't catch me! He went that way. Yeah, I can see him, thanks.
The finish line for you is right here, Cabot.
Oh, thank God, I'm exhausted. Oh, you didn't mean it that way. Okay. Gymkata! Cupid, no!
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The next phase of the race, a trip through the village of crazies, an entire town of crazy, homicidal, cannibalistic people. Watch out, there's a crazy, homicidal, cannibalistic goat. Some people will laugh at anything. Love ya! Well, this part is actually a little freaky. The atmosphere is pretty tense, the sounds are chilling, it's genuinely scary. That is until the people start showing up. Hold still so I can kill you and shit. Here's your new kung fu technique, the gentle shove style. Look what you made me do! And another contestant is stuck. You killed his dummy, you son of a bitch! More and more townsfolk come out to say hi. Let the hate flow through you. Two faces, folks, now I've seen everything. He can eat and smoke at the same time. Someone offers John refuge from... I doubt his sincerity. For lunatics, they're very organized. We could use some of that Gymkata right about now. Everyone attack single file. Remember, you want to hit his feet with the softest part of your heads. They just happen to have this structure in the exact shape of a pommel horse. Yes, we are seeing this. I might have bought this if it lasted a couple of hits, but this goes on for like 2 minutes. He finally peels himself away from that totally rad scene into some slow motion. You think their dogs are crazy too? Okay, I think they're just padding the movie now. Dredd didn't have this much slow-mo. He's trapped. What? No conveniently placed rings or parallel bars? It looks like this is it. But actually, the guy from the beginning, remember? Not dead after all.
Dad! My God!
My boat.
If I sound unaffected by this, it's because I'm totally unaffected by this. Meanwhile, the king is too dumb to realize he's being overthrown by Zamir and his ninja squad. Maybe he shouldn't have used his personal email server. Maybe a lap dance would convince him. Whoa, I was kidding, lady!
I missed you, Dad.
Wait a no!
Damn it, Cupid, stop that! Dad has one last message.
When, Johnny?
Whew, didn't need to tell him twice, did he? I did not edit that. It's been leading up to this. It's Jonathan versus Buff Tom Green. Would you like some sausage? At first John is getting owned because he's not using the good stuff yet. I'm an acorn! Bring on the Gymkata! 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 He breaks Zamir's neck using only his kegels. The king finally figures things out and calls on his people to rebel against Zamir's men.
They're here! Down the street! Hurry! Hurry!
We're busy rebelling here! John and his barely alive dad make it back to win the game. Don't rush to help or anything, my dad's just dying, that's all. You got this, Pop? Alright, don't wait up. That was Gymkata. Kurt Thomas was a skilled gymnast, winning multiple medals. Surprisingly, no medal for drama. This movie didn't have the best acting, and a lot of the dialogue is downright terrible and cliche. This wasn't exactly a demanding production. We're introduced to him, and immediately he's whisked away to train for the game. We never really got to know him as a person. There's no human connection there. We don't see how his father being missing affected him. When they finally do meet, there's no relief, there's no satisfaction. Miss Agbayani also not given a whole lot to work with here. They at least gave her a rich backstory.
You know she doesn't talk?
Interesting background. Her mother was Indonesian.
And that was it. Priceless. Zamir is not a strong villain. He says tough things, but he has several chances to straight up execute our hero, but he doesn't. It's not like he's reporting to the king, he's leading a coup. Who's he afraid to piss off? He's so bland as a villain. No story behind his actions, he's just like a big bully. And these guys are barely characters. They're walking death scenes in tracksuits. I thought we'd have better from Robert Clouse, who brought us Enter the Dragon, Game of Death. Even with those movies' shortcomings, they had incredible fight sequences to fall back on. When you have a movie where the martial arts are the selling point, you should have some decent martial arts. The gymnastics fighting hybrid make for an interesting idea, but the fights are so unexciting and lackluster. They needed less gym, more kata. Based on the novel The Terrible Game by Dan Tyler Moore, Gymkata scored a Razzie but eventually gained a cult following because it's just so damn hilarious. The acting in this movie is pretty much a train wreck, and that actually makes it funnier. Quite a few scenes go on longer than they need to. They start to feel like padding and add nothing to the story and actually drag the pacing down. The Crazy Town scene started strong. It was tense, eerie, and left a lot to the imagination. And then it just got silly. The fight at the end is no battle royale, and it's kinda anticlimactic. Gymkata is two Bs. The characters are dull, the story is vague and silly, and the fighting, the main draw of the movie, is uninspired. Still, it can be fun to watch with friends. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, the bell, you know, the usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles!